So what new Nintendo Switch games could be revealed for 2023 and released on the Nintendo Switch? Nintendo's 2023 is still a big mystery aside from a few select games like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 and other Nintendo Switch games. So in this video, let's talk about new Nintendo Switch games that I personally would love to see hit the Nintendo Switch in 2023. These can range from older classic games hitting the Switch, remasters of older games coming back, sequels to games on the Nintendo Switch, and even new games that we haven't seen for a long time and haven't seen the light of day in years. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps the video reach more viewers when you do, or if you dislike it, just downvote it into oblivion. And of course, subscribe for more content just like this. Without further delay, let's talk about some games that we want to see released on the Switch in 2023. Now keep in mind that I'm not saying I want everything to happen that I'm gonna say going forward, but I'm just throwing out ideas and personal wishes for the Switch in 2023. Make sure you share yours in the comment section below. So first one is an obvious one for me personally, and that is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is one of my most anticipated games as an open world RPG fan and just a Zelda fan. It's my hope that Nintendo does not delay this game and that we end up getting it in 2023 for that spring release date. I really want to know what the heck is going on with the Master Sword, Link's arm, and I want to see how this compares to the first Breath of the Wild 2. What I meant was I want to see how Breath of the Wild 2 compares to Breath of the Wild 1, because Breath of the Wild 1 was a huge game for not just Nintendo, but the entire gaming industry who makes open world games. If the first game can do that, I wonder what the second game is gonna do. And moving on, we of course have those Zelda ports. Now this could be a mixed match of multiple Zelda games in one pack, like 3 games, or just The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess in a pack, or maybe even separate. But somehow, someway, I want these Zelda games on the Nintendo Switch. Right now, game collecting is pretty tough with the prices of retro games being sky high, and sometimes it can also be a hassle to get emulation working on your PC as well. So bringing back games like The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, or heck even some Toon Link games like Phantom Hourglass would be really cool, not only for more ways to play these games, but also more options and more importantly, game preservation. These games would be in better states and last longer than previously. Because games don't last forever, so preserving them for as long as possible is a good idea, even if that means porting them to the Nintendo Switch. You know, when talking about other Zelda games that are not Breath of the Wild 2 for 2022 on the Nintendo Switch, I can see a lot of people saying that they want games like The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, which is a game I would just love to have portable on the Nintendo Switch, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, maybe even some DS Zelda games, heck, maybe even throw the Oracle remakes in there as well, but I want to see another Toon Link game. We haven't seen one in quite some time, right? I mean, could you imagine a Toon Link game on the scale of Breath of the Wild 1? That would be fantastic. I feel like we haven't had a new Toon Link game in a very long time, and I'd love to see them do a brand new open world adventure that takes us to new heights and new areas with Toon Link that Toon Link has not covered yet. And to round out these Zelda games for 2023 that I personally would like to see, I would like to see a remake of one of the older Zelda games. I don't think Wind Waker is necessary for a remake because that holds up very well, so we can just knock that out of the way, but I think games like Twilight Princess or even Majora's Mask would be really cool to have a remake with. While they do hold up to some degree, I think a remake for these games, for the older Zelda games, would be amazing and really help the gameplay out. And with the Oracle games being rumored for a remake as well, we might just get some kind of remake for these older Zelda games in 2023, so who knows. Now if you want to hear about when these Zelda games could happen and when Breath of the Wild 2 is going to get their big gameplay reveal and so on, click the top right corner of this video. And if not, let's move on to some Mario games. The first game that I want to see a sequel or a new game or the same type of gameplay is Super Mario and the Legend of the Seven Stars. I have been asking for this game for a very long time, so hopefully in 2023 we will get that game. Now Super Mario and the Legend of the Seven Stars is a game that released back on the Super Nintendo along with a lot of other Mario games, but this game really stuck out compared to the other Mario games, which is pretty huge because we had Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo, so you would think that that would stick out, but no, this game really stuck with me for years and still has. Honestly, even a remake of that game would be really cool as well. And we know Square Enix does like their remakes, so come on Square Enix, remake this game. That would be pretty cool. Though I guess it does still hold up today, so even a port of it would be nice. And while you're down in the comment section, or if you're still watching this video and not correcting me on my probably dumb mistake, I want to say thank you for reaching this video this far, and here's a cookie. For those who don't know, YouTube considers cookies potentially inappropriate for some some reason. So let's spam those cookies in the comment section. I want to see pages among pages. Just go wild with cookies in the comment section. Let's troll YouTube. Now, if not those, a sequel for this game would be really cool as well. Get Square Enix to do another mashup with Mario and their RPG style, and I think it would be a fantastic game. I really like these games like Mario Rabbids and all of the other games that kind of mix the Nintendo games into another genre or into another series and make a whole new game out of it. I really wish Nintendo would pair up with other companies and do things like that and make all of these cool, fantastic, and creative games. I really like games like that. It's another reason why I'm really excited for Mario Rabbids with all the stuff that they're going to be doing, and the fact that they're also going to be doing DLC makes me wonder, are they going to go with Donkey Kong this game, like the other DLC for the first Mario Rabbids, or are they going to pick another Nintendo character? I mean, what if they pick Kirby or even Star Fox? Star Fox would be cool, because we know that there is going to be a spaceship in this, and they're going to be going in space, so what if they make a Star Fox DLC? You know what? I want that. I want a Star Fox DLC in the Mario Rabbids game. I think that would be fantastic. Imagine Mario and the Rabbids interacting with the Star Fox crew. That would be pretty cool. I'm going a little off my script, but I just thought of that while I was talking, and I think that would be pretty cool. But anyways, moving on to the next game that I would like to see. I would like to see a new Paper Mario game. I really want a Paper Mario game that has the RPG mechanics. I did not like Paper Mario and the Origami King. It stripped away all of the RPG mechanics that I loved about that game. One thing about me with RPGs is if I don't feel like I'm getting stronger, I don't feel like the time that I'm putting into this RPG is getting some sort of outcome like new items or making me stronger and so on, I feel like I wasted my time and the RPG just isn't as fun. So you can imagine when I played Origami King, I didn't really have too much fun with that game. So let's go back to the RPG gameplay that Paper Mario is known for. I really like that gameplay better than what we had in Origami King. And next up, it's Mario Kart 9 time. By the time we reach 2023, I think a new Mario Kart will happen. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC should be done sometime in 2023, so even just a reveal for Mario Kart 9 would be really nice, even if it's not releasing in 2023. Now the question when it comes to Mario Kart is, where do you take Mario Kart next? New characters? Yeah, they can add new characters. What about mechanics? What kind of new mechanics would they add? Is it gonna be like Diddy Kong Racing to where you have a sort of open world / hub? Will the karts be even more customizable? Is there gonna be a story mode? There are so many cool ideas that you can do for Mario Kart 9 that I think Nintendo can add, and it's worth doing. Maybe they can even add Double Dash back in. Maybe a Double Dash 2 Mario Kart 9 would be a good idea. And then you have to really ask the question is, what are they gonna do with DLC? Because are they gonna do the Mario Kart 8 DLC? Are they gonna bring all the Mario Kart 8 tracks into Mario Kart 9? Like, how are they gonna do that? That's another good question. Because if they're already trying to squeeze this much out of Mario Kart 8, what are they gonna do with the next game? And next up, I would want a new Donkey Kong game. Now for this Donkey Kong game, I really want it to be a 3D Donkey Kong game. I'm not too much of a fan of 2D. It is fun, don't get me wrong, I love the games like Tropical Freeze and so on, but I really would like to see a new direction for Donkey Kong. I think you can do a lot of cool things with an open world like Mario Odyssey, but put Donkey Kong in it instead. I think that would be really fantastic, and it is rumored that the Mario Odyssey devs are making a Donkey Kong game, so if they could do that but for Donkey Kong, that would be amazing. And I just want one thing if they do end up doing a 3D Donkey Kong game. I just want one tiny thing. I want a new DK rap. That would make my year. Tell me in the comment section if you remember the DK rap from the Nintendo 64 Donkey Kong game. And next up, let's talk Pokemon. What will Pokemon be like in 2023? Well, here's what I want from Pokemon in 2023 and what I want in the next Pokemon game. Not Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I'm talking about the one after that. If I just had to have one thing in the game, I would want the Pokewalker, or instead of the Pokewalker, a Pokewalker app, since phones are a big thing now. Make it like a Tamagotchi type app, but without the dying, of course, because you don't want your Pokemon dying. You can even bring back the Pokewalker toy if you really wanted to and pair it via Bluetooth. As someone who walks a lot, I think that would really benefit me in my Pokemon journey whenever this next Pokemon game comes out. Now this could be in a remake of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which would be just a remake of a remake, I guess, but I mean they would put it in a better graphic style. Or at least you would hope so, because in my opinion, the last remakes didn't really do too well in the graphic department, in my opinion. I think Link's Awakening did much better in that department with the remakes. And speaking of Pokemon, let's get a new game in the Pokemon XD Gale Darkness / Coliseum series. I feel like Game Freak just has forgotten about this series. I would love these games to come back in some way, shape, or form, be that a sequel, or just bring back the games and remaster them. Out of all the Pokemon games that were released, these games really stuck out and really are still my favorite till this day. And keeping up with the GameCube games, I want GameCube games to hit the Nintendo Switch Online service. We know that Nintendo isn't shy about releasing remasters, with Mario 64 releasing on the Nintendo Switch and also on the NSO app. So having games released in a remaster and on the NSO app is an option, so bringing GameCube games should be possible. And again, I do want the Game Boy Advance games on there as well. I mean, we're already gonna say GameCube, why not Game Boy Advance? And next up, let's talk about Star Fox. So there are two things I want from Star Fox if it is gonna happen in 2023. I want a new game, a new Star Fox adventure. I want it to be full of combos, kind of like Bayonneta, or even Breath of the Wild combat, but Star Fox would be really cool, and I want to use the blasters and all the weapons and so on. I pretty much want it to be an open world action RPG, and also have multiple planets that you can explore as well. Still have the flying mechanics as well, but maybe in between flying to different planets, and maybe when you're going into the planet as well. Or maybe on the planet, I mean, who knows? I think it would be pretty cool to bring Star Fox into the open world area. And second, the classic Star Fox would be cool as well. One of the two. I just want to see some more Star Fox in 2023. So what about Metroid? What do I want from Metroid in 2023? Or better yet, Metroid Prime. So my hope for Metroid Prime in 2023 is that we get a new gameplay trailer for Metroid Prime 4. We haven't seen anything from it, so even a CGI cutscene at this point I would take. Though gameplay mixed into it is much preferred. I think that would satisfy me, especially if it is going to be at that E3 2023 Nintendo Direct. Assuming we do get that Nintendo Direct, because we know that Nintendo sometimes doesn't really follow what they're gonna do. I mean, who knows? Maybe we won't get that E3 2023 Nintendo Direct just like this year. Now, it is also my hope that we get the Metroid Prime trilogy as well, though it is rumored that only Metroid Prime 1 is coming, so that would be cool as well, but I would prefer the Metroid Prime trilogy instead. Moving on, I would just love somehow, some way, Nintendo made a deal with Microsoft, some kind of deal for a new Conker's Bad Fur Day game on the Switch. Conker's Bad Fur Day was an amazingly hilarious and great game on the Nintendo 64, and the fact that we don't have a new game in the series is a huge shame. I mean, man, Xbox has so many great IPs. They have Perfect Dark, Banjo, Conker, and so on. I mean, they have a lot of great IPs that they're just not using or they're just not showing. I mean, what's going on, Microsoft? And a couple other games that I would like to see is maybe even a new Glover game. That's something that I'm sure a lot of you guys probably don't remember, but Glover 64 was a good time for me personally, so another Glover game would be pretty cool. Jet Force Gemini was a really fantastic game as well. I think that would be pretty cool, and even Pikmin 4, which I know you Pikmin fans have been waiting for a very long time, so that would be cool to see on the Switch. Even though I'm not the biggest Pikmin fan, I think that would be cool for you guys. And that's all I can think of right now. Overall, I think Nintendo 2023 is going to be pretty amazing, because on the Switch in the past couple years, it's already been a hell of a time. We have had so many fantastic games so far, so I'm sure 2023 is going to be even better. Make sure you guys tell me what you want from Nintendo in 2023 in the comment section below. And if not, on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.